Hello friends, how are you doing today? So before we start today's video, I'd like to share some information with you. So actually today is a traditional festival in China. So it's called Dragon Boat Festival, and in Chinese we call it the Duanwu. Okay, so it's a very old uh, festival for the Chinese people, and in these days we have some traditional food, a little bit special maybe for you guys. So it looks like this, and it's called 粽子 in Chinese, but the translation here is called rice dumpling, and maybe some translation like the rice dish. Okay, so basically it's made of rice, and you also can put other stuff in the rice. So you can put some meat, or you can put some nuts or something else to the rice. And it's packed with a very large of leaf. I don't know what's the leaf. It looks like a bamboo leaf, but the size of the bamboo leaf is very large. It's a very big size. Okay, so this is the first thing I'd like to share with you guys, just in case you are interested. All right, and we also have some. It looks like spores or something like that. So it's a boat with a dragon head. As you can see, so the boat it looks like a dragon. That's why we call the festival the Dragon Boat Festival. All right. So we have the activity like this. It's like a boat racing, and we have some traditional food for the festival. All right. So I think that's it for this festival I'd like to share with you. So let's get back to the project here. So today is a new project, and actually it's not that new because if I remember correctly, I did several projects related to form, custom form. Okay, so with Google's form, you can do a very pretty form, but if you have very special request to do the customization for your form, maybe you need to build it with AppScript. And in today's video, I basically built a template or a tool, so you can use my tool to build your own form. So basically here is the setup for the form in the spreadsheet. So basically here is the function you can use. You can open the form, or you can do the setup for your form. Okay, so first I'd like to share the settings here. So once you click the settings, so let's wait a little bit. So right now this is the default setup for the form. So basically you can set up the title for your form, the description, and other questions. And also you have a confirmation message you can set up as well. And I think for the most important thing for this tool is this UID. So I got a lot of questions or requests from the YouTube channel. They'd like to add the UID for the Google form to their form. Okay, to generate a UID and put the UID in the spreadsheet after the submission. So something like that. So that's the main reason I'd like to add this feature to this tool. Okay, so basically you can choose non-UID for the form, or you can either pick the random UID for your form, or you can pick the sequential UID for your form. So basically if you choose random, the number will be, there is no order for the number, for the ID number. Okay, so just simple like that. So right now I'd like to use the random first. So for the title, I'd like to change it to custom form with Vue.js and MCSS. So MCSS is a materialized CSS. So just two main tools are used for this project. Okay. So for the description, I'd like to say Google and custom form built with GAS, Vue, JS, and CSS. Alright, so the UID I choose random, and for the first question I'd like to use, I'd like to change it to name, and this text, of course, so you can decide if it's required or not. So if it's required, I'm going to check if this field is empty or not after you do the submit. Okay, when you submit the form, the script we're going to check if this field is required or not. And for this one, I'd like to use it for email, and here is the email. All right, so for this field, I'd like to use yes as well. So next one for this selection, so I'd like to pick fave color. So for fave color, and like to give some colors here, maybe just the standard, the basic color, red, green, blue. And for the questions here, for multiple selection, I'd like to use what? Maybe favorite food. So I'd like to put something here. Let's call the 粽子 just the for the festival, for the Dragon Boat festival, okay. And maybe some pizza, burger, or noodle. Okay, you can whatever you like. So we also can do a date here, as you can see. So I'd like to show. So we only have 7 types of input here. So I will make 7 questions for each of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What the heck? So for the date, we can choose maybe due date, and for the time, current time, and maybe add one more. So maybe for the phone number, let's pick the phone. Okay, so you can also edit the confirmation message here. So let's try to change the form to not required. And so we have only one not required item here. And once you do the setup, you can pick you can try to save it. Okay, so if you save it, so everything should be fine now. And you also can delete the item you don't need it. Alright, so that's basically all the settings. And also, maybe the last one is going to restore all the settings to the default. So I don't want to do that because I don't want to spend time to do this again. So I'm going to cancel it here. So once you do this setup, if you try to load the settings again, I think all of these settings should be saved and should be reloaded to this page here. So let's give it a time. So as you can see here, all the stuff are loaded here. All right. So for right now, the settings for the form is done. And once you open this link, you will be able to see the form but I don't know, for some reason this link is always a link for the in this kind of dev mode. Don't know why. And here I can see something is wrong. Maybe it's an issue with the form. Let me check it very quickly in the code. I don't know if I have handled the form. So it looks like the other items looks fine. Name, email, color, favorite food, date looks fine. Time looks fine. And this field is called form. What's wrong with it? Let's check the code here. So for the components here for the form, let's check. So maybe I need to fix it here. I don't think that's an issue. So let's see what's going on here. I think for materialized CSS, we don't have a type for the phone. Okay, so I think that may be the issue. Let me check very quickly. Materialized CSS. Phone. Form input, text input. I don't know if this support the okay, it's not form, it's called tele. Okay, it's called telephone. What the heck is that? I think I remembered wrong, and let me fix it very quickly. So how can I fix that? I don't remember what have I done. And let's find the default settings. So options here. Let's try to change this font to tally. And maybe I need to do one more stuff here. To make this type to tally. And this is font. And let me try to reload this page again. It's still form, but I need to reset the app, I guess. So I need to restore. So once I restored, as you can see, now we have the tally and the phone is gone. And I have to do all of this stuff again, but I don't want to waste your time, so I will keep all of this stuff here. I don't want to change the default settings here. So we are going to try this form right now. Okay, I'm sorry for that. So after I fix that, if I go to this form, let me refresh this page. I think I should be able to get a better view. Okay, so now everything looks fine. Okay, so all the questions and here from exactly the same in your settings. Okay, so here if you try to submit, you should get a message like this, because once you do the submit, the script is going to check if the field are input, the required field are empty or not. Okay, so if you try to do something, let me first let's put my name here. Then for the email, if you put a invalid email here, I think the script is going to check for the invalid email. Okay, so you need to put a string here in email format. So basically with the @ in the string. So that's a very simple check. And now you can see there is another one for the single select is required. So you need to do that. Also, you can do the multiple selection for this one, and the pick a date, and the pick time here, and put your phone number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if you'd like to receive a copy of your responses, you can turn this on and enter your email here. So if you put an invalid email address here, you also get a warning message like this. All right, so let's put my email address here and to finish the test here. So once you do all of this, now you can submit. So it looks everything works fine, and you get your confirmation message here. Okay, so maybe I forgot to do the last things too. Once you so once the data was submitted successfully, I should clean all of this. So I'm going to fix it after the video. Okay, anyway, and so once you do the submit here, you should be able to see the data in this sheet. So remember, don't change the sheet name here, because it's I use this tab name in the code. So if you change the name, the sheet maybe cannot find the name. All right. So as you can see here, we have the data, but I don't see the code, the ID, because I reset is the default setting. For the default settings, there is no ID. So let's go back to the settings and add the UID for the form. So let's add a random UID with a prefix called UID dash, and we give it a length of 5 and save it. Now it's saved. So if I try to, I think I should refresh this page. I don't know. So let's try to do a resubmit. Okay, let me check. Yes, I can see this ID here and the new column added. So the ID UID is always at a column 2. All right. And what's going on here? So that's an advantage here, because I didn't clean the data up, so I can resubmit again. Okay, but so let me try to use another sequential ID, so you can see the difference. So basically, you can change the maybe sequential, and maybe this time I'd like to change it to 3, length of 3, and save it. And let's see what's going on. Try to submit. All right, it's done. Okay, as you can see, we have the UID here with 3 digits. So far everything works fine. I just need to fix this this content after the submit is successful. I'd like to clear the data for the form. Okay, I think that's almost all I'd like to share with you today. So if you'd like to use this tool, only thing you need to do, you will make a copy of this file to your Google Drive. So let me do it right now. Make a copy and let's rename it for YouTube. So once you copied my file to your Google Drive, you only need to publish your project as a web application. Okay, so once you copy it to your Google Drive, you can go to script editor. So from this tools menu, script editor. Okay, I need to wait a little bit. So once it's copied, go to tools, script editor, and publish the project as a web application. Under this publish menu here, you can see deploy as web application. All right. So you can choose anyone can access your application, so they don't need to log in with Google account. Update. Do the authorization for the app. It's pretty slow here today for the network. Let me do it very quickly. So, okay, here, allow this. I think I forgot to show you one thing because I didn't show you the email, the copy of the responses. Okay. So this is the URL you need to share with the people who need to use your form. Okay. So you copy this form, copy this URL, and you can use it. You can share it with. Okay. I think everything should works fine. And maybe you need to clear this because you don't need it. So let's try to do something. Test add gas. Let's try. I think everything should just fine. And so let's put my email address here so I can get a notification, get the responses. So let's try to submit. So it looks like everything just works fine. And let me go back to my email box. I should have two emails, one from the old file and one from this new file. Okay, I got a lot. So this one is from the new. It's pretty slow. I'm sorry. So basically just an email like this. So this is the title of your email. This is the confirmation message and all the questions and the answers. Okay. So I think that's all I'd like to share today. And I hope you have a nice day. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.